Something is wrong with Sinnoh. And no, it's not the difficulty, it's not the music, it's not the graphics. Okay, it's kind of the graphics. But there's one huge aspect of this game that's missing, and unfortunately, as far as we know, this problem won't be solved anytime soon. There's a pattern in every single Pokemon game, a hierarchy if you will. Take a look at this. There's a clear hierarchy. See, in Johto, we've got Ho-Oh and Lugia at the top, then the birds and the dogs. Actually, they're not dogs. Then, kind of off to the side, we've got Celebi. Statistically, Celebi should be around here, but it's kind of a different category. Anyway, that's besides the point. Every generation has this sort of hierarchy, including Sinnoh. Now, I will admit Sinnoh is a bit more complicated, but like I said, that hierarchy still exists. It's Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, then Mesprit, Uxie, and Azelf, and then you've got Darkrai, Cresselia, and lastly, Shaman off to the side just like Celebi. But here's the problem. This chart is incomplete. There's one Pokemon on the top that we don't see in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. In fact, unless you have a time machine that can take you back to Toys R Us in 2009, there's no way to get this Pokemon. Of course, if you haven't figured it out already, this Pokemon is Arceus, the god of the Pokemon world. Throughout Sinnoh, you can find these books that talk about a being that created the region. There are also characters that briefly mention something above even Dialga and Palkia. There are plenty of small hints like this that mention some super Pokemon that created everything. And in a game where the mantra used to be, gotta catch 'em all, you might fool yourself into believing that you can catch this one too. Unfortunately, you'd be wrong. You see, back in the day, there was an event in the Code of Diamond and Pearl. In this event, the player would use the Azure Flute while atop Mount Coronet Spear Pillar to ascend the stairway into the heavens above and meet the progenitor of all life. This event is nowhere to be found in the original games, but Masuda did confirm the reasoning behind the Azure Flute's absence. It was deemed to be too complicated to figure it out. This is totally understandable. Pokemon has always been all about simple puzzles. They've never had anything anywhere near as complicated as using an item and walking forwards. If you haven't already guessed, this event doesn't exist in the remakes either, and as a result, there's no way to get Arceus, which admittedly is pretty disappointing. It feels like a piece of the story is missing. There's all this build-up that just leads to nothing. A small part of me was hoping that this event would somehow make its way into the remakes, but as far as we know, that's just not gonna happen. Okay, but hear me out. What if Masuda made the right call? What if it's actually a good thing that you can't catch Arceus? Let's go back to the 90s. In the original Pokemon games, these were the legendaries you could catch. I love that Moltres is just on the top of this mountain that you don't even have to go to. It's just a hidden area that you can explore to find a great Pokemon. And Moltres isn't some kind of time dragon or a walking natural disaster. It's just a phoenix. A mythical beast that a skilled enough trainer can make their own. Maybe you're not supposed to catch Arceus. Should the power of God itself really be relegated to a child, or worse, a PC? I think the answer is obvious, and maybe that's the real reason you're not allowed to catch or even interact with Arceus. You're not supposed to. It's supposed to be a Pokemon that lives on through the stories and folklore passed down through the generations. The story isn't missing a piece because you can't catch Arceus. It's already complete. And in trying to catch Arceus, you're simply trying to add an extra stroke to a work of art that's already finished. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like it if you like it, subscribe if you want to support me, and I'll see you in the next one.